This is Hanging Heavy.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet again another episode of Hanging Heavy. I'm your boy Desecrator, and today we have a couple people in the call, and we'll go ahead and just call him out. He's that man with the magic hand. We're talking about none other than Garbage Fire.
Damn, puppy. You're getting me all riled up already.
Speaking of getting riled up, co-host and the man with the plan, Bobby Ray.
What's up?
So yeah, fucking welcome back, guys. It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody survived Black Friday. And now it's time for Cyber Weekend.
Did you guys get anything for Black Friday?
No.
Was there even any deals, man? Like, what were we supposed to survive? The clicking on everything?
Yeah, I mean, fucking, dude, TVs are going fucking for cheap as fuck right now.
Yeah, but I was looking for a certain TV with certain specs. Those are still not cheap.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, go ahead.
I'm actually waiting for Monday. And actually totally random. They actually, like, for the card game that I play with Magic, they're doing like a metal series. So they're gonna take out some cards with like a metal cover. So like super rock. Like if you were to look at like at an album, a metal album cover.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly what it would look
That's
like.
what they're
and
going
actually,
for. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm gonna show it to you so you can be like the judge of that yourself.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I thought you meant metal, like they're gonna have like literally metal edition of the cards.
I know, like I thought, like the borders of it will be metal. Dang, you're gonna get mad and just flick it to somebody, stab them.
Yeah, but with the level of like salt that goes on those tables, man, you're gonna end up with chingos of people escalabrados, man.
Did you post it or no? Not yet.
No, I'm actually trying to find it, but do your thing.
Yeah. So yeah, fucking Thanksgiving just passed, and hopefully everybody was safe and had a good time.
I got stuffed.
I put my hand down your turkey hole. Make sure to pull out
Gobble.
Make sure to pull out all your guts. Party hard, shred harder. $29.99. That's not bad. Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, these look pretty cool.
Yeah, they do, and that's actually actual. Like they're actually playable. Like you can actually use them.
Oh, so they're just like variants of actual cards?
Yeah, so they're only doing this one series. The thing about this is like
Secret layer.
So they do collaborations with a bunch of people. So they get like some top notch artists, and they're like, "Yeah, I want you to do this with this." So they did like a tattoo one, where like
cool.
it had like a very traditional tattoos. You know, like the butterflies, the pants, the skulls, the needles.
Yeah.
And then they did this one with the party hard shred harder, and I'm not sure if you're looking at them.
Yeah, I already
Puppy.
looked at all of them.
Puppy too. So
Yeah, I'm
They-
looking at them right now.
they look. I seriously see like if you go to like your local show, I see like a poster like this hanging on a wall for like a local band. That's
Yeah.
like very old school kind of feel.
They could totally make shirts of this shit.
They actually are going to make shirts of that shit. So I'm waiting for Cyber Monday so they can
course
start
they
the
will.
sale, and I'm probably gonna pick up a few.
Dreadborn, that one's probably my favorite one.
Dread. Oh, nice, interesting.
That one looks
Dreadboard.
cool.
Okay, yeah.
It looks fucking cool.
Yeah, they're doing like a Bob Ross one too, which is yeah, like they're going all out with some random things, but people are like hating on them because they're calling them cash grabs.
Yeah, whatever.
But
Hey,
yeah, of course, right?
you gotta spice it up. Fuck.
Yeah, and they did the Bob Ross one is interesting because they actually got his actual art,
Oh, no
and
shit.
they named that one like Happily the Gathering, just to kind of go with him, and it's very interesting. I thought it was very brilliant, but I'm one of the few that thinks that. So
Nah, dude, people love fucking Bob Ross. Oh shit,
pop culture.
yeah. I forgot to fucking mention. I don't know if you guys have your shots ready.
Oh yeah,
You guys
I
have
do.
you guys have it ready?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go ahead and take this late one. You guys ready? Three, two, one.
Oh my god. Okay, that one hit today.
Ah.
Oh, that. Throw up in my mouth a little bit.
Corona's not gonna get me. That was that shit. Whew.
I'm killing that Corona with that rich and rare.
Ooh.
As long as it's not a White Claw, you're good.
No,
Ooh.
I'm not drinking White Claws today. I am drinking beers though. I'm having a Killian's Irish Red right now.
Damn.
I couldn't find my beer. I'm kind of sucks. The Sour Monkey, the one that I was drinking last week, the 9.5. But yeah,
You know, the Supernatural guy has their own beer.
which one?
uh, Dean.
Oh, nice.
Is that the good looking one?
They both are good looking.
That was the point.
Isn't he from Texas?
Both of them are from Texas.
Oh, nice.
They have they had their own place and they'll make their beer and sell it there. You had to go and buy it. But since the whole Corona shit, now they're starting to put them on HEB and shit.
I have to try out. What's the name of the beer?
I think it's called Family Business.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Family business. Well, we were talking about something that I always want to talk about, and Garbage was saying that he hasn't stopped listening. He can't not listen to a specific song anymore. And I know the feeling. I was there a couple months ago.
I mean, about a girl, man. It's just this is. I was listening to YouTube. Tool came out. Obviously, Nirvana came out. But then when Nirvana came out, the About a Girl from MTV came out. I'm like, I actually stopped his version, and I and I looked for the photo.
You played the good one.
And I listened to 3 or 4 times, man, because I just couldn't stop listening to it. It's so bad that it's actually good.
It's so bad.
And it's good to watch.
It's like a car accident. You can't not look.
Wow.
Am I wrong?
No.
No, actually, no, you're not wrong. Cause I just started looking for more like.
I made it better.
Horrible covers. Just slow it down.
Yeah, baby, and I down pitched it.
You are what do you call it? What's that rap? Remember back in the early
Chopped and screwed,
2000s?
baby. Chopped and
Yeah,
screwed.
there you go.
From the dirty south.
They're from H-Town or something.
Bumping it from the north to the south. Yeah.
They're making a series out of him.
Out of who?
That guy. What's his name?
What guy?
That guy who he's known for that.
Oh, DJ Screw?
Yeah, DJ Screw.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they're gonna make a series.
No shit. Good for him.
He's dead.
What the fuck, man?
Going full circle with it. I
He
didn't know that.
died.
I didn't know
He
that.
like overdosed or something.
Sipping on the scissor.
He chopped screw too much, man.
Jesus. Way to fucking ruin that one. Huh. We'll fucking pour one out for fucking DJ Screw.
You didn't know he died, bro?
I
He
did
died
not know. Fuck.
died years ago.
I'm sure he did now that you say that. DJ Screw. Let's see. In 2000! Fucking 20 years ago, bro. Wow.
We're now for him 20 years later. No, man, no mames.
I guess I'm the asshole.
I don't need that shit.
Hey, man, look. I think we all find out shit late.
How can we?
That's
The whole internet exists.
That's a little late.
Okay, it actually it happened to me today too, man. Totally like a totally geek moment. Like I found out that there was a Pokemon card that couldn't be used because his name like resembles somebody else's likeness. Like the whole you guys have heard Kadabra.
Uh-huh.
So his name, if I'm correct, if I read this correctly, his name resembled the spoon bending. And the guy said pretty much, Nintendo, don't use it. It's my likeliness. And I did not know that for the last 20 years or something like that, they had not created a card with his name on it to honor it. Until recently, he was like, I think it was today or something like that. I saw the article. He kind of said like, hey, I'm backing off from this. So, and apparently this was, I think, 20 years. So for 20 years, I did not know this. And that thing is what I consider one of my favorite characters from that series. So I'm just like, how did I not know this?
Well, I guess it happens.
It happens.
like today, I didn't know fucking Nate Robinson was a boxer.
Okay, so great transition, Poppy. By the way, yeah, there was an interesting extravaganza that happened tonight. And for those of you that have been following combat sports for the last 2 years, Mike Tyson made his triumphant return to the ring. And he had an exhibition bout with Hall of Famer Roy Jones Jr. in an 8-minute or 8-round, 2-minute, 8-round exhibition match. So I emphasize on exhibition because technically it cannot be a fight because it wasn't sanctioned by the WBCA or any fighting organizations. And because one of their major sponsors was Weed Maps. I don't even know what the fuck that is, but I'm pretty sure no official organization is going to allow them to be the major sponsor of the fucking event.
That's why Snoop Dogg was there?
No, I think Snoop Dogg was there just because he's a fucking friend of Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. But yeah, let me add on to it. Not only was this extravaganza going on, we were enlightened by fight commentary by your boy Snoop Dogg. And, of course, he's not a professional... excuse me. He's not a professional commentator. But he was entertaining. He made me laugh a couple times. When Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. started circling and throwing some punches, he's like, it looks like my uncle's fighting at the backyard barbecue. They'd be like, oh, I've had enough of this shit. Let's take this shit outside. Get him, Monk. Get him, Monk. Come on, Monk. Get off of him. Fighting like men. Fucking Snoop Dogg. So yeah, that happened. The fucking co-main event, I guess, was Jake Paul and none other than Nate Robinson. The fuck? Okay, so I hate Jake Paul because he's a douchebag and whatever. He's egomaniac, whatever the fuck. And he's officially undefeated 2 professional fights now. But they don't count the time that he lost because that wasn't a professional fight.
But this one was?
Yeah, it was on TV, puppy.
Why would you look on TV? Doesn't make it professional.
Pay-per-view, puppy. There was judges. I mean, Robinson is what, fucking 38? He was almost 40. Shorter than this guy. He's
Yeah.
fucking 5'9". Jake Paul's like 6'3". Fucking Jake Paul has fucking a whole foot reach advantage. He's 23. Fucking Robinson's almost 40. If you know anything about fucking fighting or combat sports or boxing, this is a fucking set up fight. Like, this is just to make Jake Paul look good.
And they did make him look good.
I mean, he didn't look good, but
But I guess
Robinson just looked fucking trash.
We got knocked the fuck out, dude. That's why, like, poor dude.
I don't even think he trained for this. I think he just showed up. I think he was.
or Nate.
Yeah, I think just Nate fucking showed up. Just, all right, I'll fight. I'm from the streets. I'm from the hood. I'm finna throw down with this white boy. Fucking knocked him into the Twilight Zone. Dude, he fucked him. Dude, he hit him so hard the dude came off the ground. He was in the air for a couple seconds before he hit the mat. And he hit the mat like straight face. His arms were to his sides. He was knocked the fuck out. Oh, I don't have that button anymore, but fucking... Woo-wee. So there's a term for fighters that are like really old or like inexperienced, and they're called tomato cans, right? Because you beat them up, you turn them red. They hardly fight back because, I mean, a tomato can can't fight you, right? You're just putting on a show, pretty much. That's what that fight was. But a friend of mine made a comment. Shout out to Malbolgia. Fucking, he was like, no, a tomato can at least fights back. This guy didn't even put a hand on him. Oh no, he was fucking tackling him and shit. I know he tried out for the Seahawks, but calm down, bro. That's not what we're going. What did you think about it, puppy?
I didn't see that fight. They were because I didn't know they were fighting until you fucking mentioned it. Like, holy shit, that's true. The fight's today. By the time I was tuning into it when that happened, and also just watching the highlight, like, what the fuck, Nate Robinson? I'm like, wait, I had to Google Nate Robinson, the basketball player.
Yeah. They were like, oh, ex NBA, ex NFL. I was like, when the fuck did he go to the NFL? Who did he play for in the NBA?
He played with several teams.
I don't know why. Did he ever play for the Bucks?
Bucks. I think he played with several teams, so I don't know. I think it was Charlotte too.
Here, let's look him up. Well, this was
New York, Chicago.
This was his first professional boxing debut. Did not go good for him.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Oh, wow. Okay, so he played point guard. He was drafted in 2005. He played for the Knicks, the Celtics, OKC, Golden State, Chicago Bulls, and the Denver Nuggets. He was the NBA's first 3-time slam dunk champion.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, he won the slam dunk.
Oh, well, no wonder he went flying. He was just jumping.
Oh, that's horrible.
Wow, dude, that's messed up.
If you saw the fight, you know what I'm talking about. Like, he like lunged for like a wild fucking throw or whatever, and fucking Jake Paul he hit him with a very clean 3-hit combo. He hit him with a fucking a left, an uppercut, and then he came with a fucking right hook, and he fucking turned off the lights. Fucking dude was just like,
He be like, shut the fuck up.
He was gone.
Yeah, he was.
You know when you drive by a house and you see the lights on, but you know there's nobody home? That was Nate Robinson. Jesus.
Come on.
No, he's 36 years old. He's not that old.
36? Okay. 36 and that's your first boxing fight? Yeah, that's old.
True. Yeah, that sucks for him, man. Do you think all his NBA buddies are gonna give him shit?
Yes. Well, that's if he can wake up and remember them.
Wow, man. Dude.
Okay, so I in no way would ever step into a ring with anyone that's trained. But then again, I'm just a fat bitch, right? Whoops. But somebody in his camp was like gassing him up. Somebody was like, "Yeah, homie, you can do it. Yeah, you got this, fool. You can knock this white boy down." And he got too fucking gung ho because apparently he was the one that instigated the fight and started talking shit on the internet.
Oh shit! Really?
And it looks like he couldn't back it up. But after the fight, I don't know if you caught it. Jake Paul was like, "Oh, well, I have a long list of people that I would love to fight." Oh, and he said a couple names that I didn't really pay attention because he can eat my ass. But he was like, "Oh, I would love to fight Conor McGregor."
Damn.
Conor McGregor,
God damn it, Bobby.
dude, he would knock. You would be Nate Robinson in that fight. I don't like Conor McGregor, but I know he'll fuck you up. Dude, some people, man. I hope he gets like so fucking in his head that he's like, "Oh, I'm the shit. Like I can fight Connor. I'll fight Connor." And Connor's like, "Hey, I'll fight you, you stupid white boy." I mean, Connor's white too, but
He's Irish.
he's Irish. Yeah. He'll be like, "Oh, I'll fight you, you little fucking bitch." After I
Is-
get
is
the
it-
lucky charms.
This is what's happening now with sports. We're more excited about these non-title matches or whatever exhibition fights than regular actual fights now.
Isn't that what's happening with everything though?
Yeah, I guess.
I think it has started for a while. Like even if you look at football, like look at Stephen A. Smith. Dude. Stephen A. Smith is loud. He kind of
He's
has
loud.
that. He's loud. That's the best way to put it. He's loud. He talks nonsense, and it's kind of like that showmanship drama that gets people to stay because when they had a few layoffs on ESPN about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, like all these actual old school like data analysts got let go, and they kept some of the big names that create the views. Because I mean, the TV is all about can you keep me glued on?
Yeah, but you know what? I know it is too, but they gave him his own show and that shit failed.
Yeah, because he sucks.
Yeah.
Which one?
Stephen A. Smith, like when it first started, him and Skip, it was getting popular, so they gave Stephen A. Smith his own show, and it fucking failed. Like it can't be him by himself. He needs to yell at someone.
Yeah, he needs somebody to yell at.
He needs the you need the what's it called, like that good formula, because I still watch Undisputed, but I watch it with Shannon and Skip. You need the voice of reason, and then you need the
the loud.
the loud one, right? And I'm not saying Shannon is unreasonable, but he has those moments where he also goes like over the top. Like, have you ever seen his show?
Yes, I seen it, but I can't watch it much because I hate Skip and Stephen A. Smith because they talk so much. Like, yes, I know they're reporters or analysts, somewhat analysts, whatever. But especially with Skip and Shannon, how Skip making seem he's right. Motherfucker, this guy's an ex NFL player who won Super Bowls, a Hall of Famer, and you're like trying to argue like he's wrong. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I mean, Skip has been around longer than Shannon, though.
Motherfucker, this guy played the game.
Yeah, puppy, but he's
And
been
Tom-
around the game.
But that show
He's-
is actually
he's
that
been-
show's pretty good because you
No.
get the insider football, like I've been inside view, and you also get like the outside looking in. That's the reason why I like the show. And yes, it does get silly at times, and I actually like Shannon when he goes in with like the Henny,
The goat
the-
mask and shit
the
when,
goat
when they're talking about LeBron. Yeah.
yeah. So like stuff like that is silly, and you kind of need it. Otherwise, like statistics, dude, because the internet, like you don't need reporters anymore to give you statistics. You can go online and type, because you really don't. Like back in the day, you would listen to these people because they had data, they had
Yeah.
analytics, they had so much stuff. Nowadays, 2 clicks away, you can go with what all of them had to offer. Nowadays, they can read from a teleprompter the statistics and add their own twist and their own flair to it. It's just that TV has evolved into like you can find the boring stuff online. Now you need the flair to keep you entertained or glued to the TV.
Yeah.
Nah, it's always been like that, but sometimes coming from like Skip and Stephen A. Smith, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Skip is some fucking withering old man, and
Yeah, you know, actually, who were the first ones to actually be arguing like that hardcore were the fuck, what's his name? Salisbury, I think it was Salisbury,
Salisbury
and some
steak.
Salisbury. He's a
I love those things.
Keep
Sean
giving this. Keep
Salisbury.
giving.
Yeah, his name was Sean Salisbury. He's a quarterback for the Viking. He was a quarterback for the Vikings. He wasn't that good. He used to argue with an analysis guy. I forgot his name. He was bald and wore glasses. Skinny little guy.
Do you guys remember the name of the show?
No, it wasn't a show. Like they'll come only in like NFL, and the NFL things they had. Like they would just, he'll report whatever, and sometimes they had their arguments, and they will go at it like hard, like gotcha, like yeah, like that's badass. They were before Skip and Stephen A.
You said it
Smith.
was a bald guy,
Yeah, he was bald. He had glasses, skinny.
John Clayton.
Yes, him.
Okay, John Clayton he's a national football NFL writer and former ESPN reporter.
So
He's a s-
him and Salzer will go at it. Like, went to a point where fucking John Clinton was telling him, "Hey, Salisbury was telling me I played football." He goes, "No, we both played the same amount of football because you were at the bench all the time." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Hey!
I was like, "What?"
That's
Exactly. That was exact. I was like, "What the fuck? This guy, man, didn't give a shit." But yeah, man, those two were badass. Like they're the ones who kind of started it, but I guess they didn't use them. Like the one with Skip and Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, I don't like Stephen A.
Fuck no.
I prefer Shannon.
I like him, dude. Oh no, yeah, I like Shannon over Steven,
and
but
I prefer Skip over fucking Max.
Max Kellerman.
Mhm.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
He
But
he, he knows his boxing because that's his shit.
Yeah, it
But
is.
hearing him talk football and like, come on, dog.
dude, isn't he like the biggest Brady hater?
Yeah. Well, he's been saying Brady's gonna fall off a cliff for fucking the last
For like-
6 years or some shit.
And he got
He went
a
to
couple of
he
Super
went to
Bowls.
3 Super Bowls. He fucking was a Super Bowl MVP almost. He broke records in the Super Bowl, and in Tampa he's still fucking playing grade A ball. Like, dude, shut up already. I think now he's finally reached the point where he's like, okay, I was wrong.
Look, the only reason I kind of like Stephen A is because he's the biggest Cowboy hater ever, man. And that any single time the Cowboys lose, I just go to his Twitter just to see what stupid video he posted.
I think he does it more to fuck with Skip.
To Skip, yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's awesome. You just download that stuff and just send it to everybody that you know that's a Cowboys fan, and it's awesome, man.
I know he has a podcast and. Ugh.
Fuck that! I don't need that shit in my life.
Okay, so like I know we do podcasts, and like I like to do it with an hour. I think that's more than enough time. Like if I do it by myself, I'll go for 30 minutes because who the fuck wants to listen to one person talk for that long by themselves? I'm not a comedian.
If you have a sexy voice.
Yeah, I'm not an entertainer or anything.
You don't have that sexy voice, kind of like what is this guy's names? I forgot.
Oh, he's corpse husband.
Yeah, Corpse Husband.
Okay, so yeah. Fucking, that's kind of crazy. Like for him, like I don't know if you guys fucking really know what's up with that guy,
No, I
but
don't.
he's been a YouTuber for like 5-6 years. I found out about him like 5 years ago. He used to read creepy pastas and scary stories, true scary stories, shit like that. And like he's always had a really deep voice. And fucking just with that alone, like him reading scary stories, like it adds so much like tenseness, I guess. Like he has the perfect voice for reading horror stuff. And then fucking he got sick or some shit, and like he stopped uploading videos for a good while. And then he came back, and then again I guess he got sick or some bullshit. Life happens, whatever. And fucking I forgot about him. I mean, like I said, I stumbled upon him like 5 years ago. He had this story about how, or he read a story about how some guy hired a hitman off the dark web. It's a really great story. If you fucking want to listen to it, I highly recommend that one. Um,
You're
oh shit, you're lagging.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Let's give it a second. Garbage?
yeah. What's up?
There
Okay.
you go.
Yeah. So yeah, fucking that story is what got me into him. And after a while, I kind of grew out of it or whatever, forgot about him. But then Among Us got really huge recently, and he played a couple of he played a couple of sessions with PewDiePie and a bunch of big name streamers, and fucking everyone is just like freaking out about his voice, like, oh, is his voice real? Oh my god, like fucking chicks are getting all wet and shit.
Ooh.
And fucking well, I mean his YouTube videos have fucking exploded. I was watching a video like talking about his YouTube channel growth, and it's like the fastest anyone has ever gotten like viral, I guess. He went from having like maybe 1 million subscribers. I mean, he's been doing it for 5-6 years, to having fucking 5 in like less than a day or some shit. Like he fucking went from 0 to a fucking 100 real quick. And I guess in his time off from making YouTube videos, he started fucking around making music. And this is, I guess, the topic that we wanted to bring up. Poppy came across this video. I don't know if you want to just kind of describe it.
About they're describing, I guess, what rock needs people, or at least rock bands need to be more like him. To, I guess, every day put out something for they stay relevant.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in that. I don't think we. But I guess how everything is nowadays, I still don't think so. They don't need to do that. But I don't like that. Just anybody could just make music, and just because they're so popular, that's it. Like, I don't know. I don't think their music is that great.
But yeah, like traditionally bands used to get started, or artists used to get started, like they would do shows, and eventually the buzz would get enough people to talk in, and label representatives would go and they would watch you perform, right? And if they liked your shit, they would let you know. And I mean, traditionally that's how it's been done for the longest time. But now that everyone can be a fucking studio artist at home because of the advancements in technology, yeah, it's not even hard. Especially with like how simple people can get away with making their music. I don't know. Like, so the video was about Corpse Husband and some other guy who's famous on TikTok or whatever the fuck. And he has a certain amount of million people following him on TikTok. And he decided to make music. But I mean, he already had a fan base. So transitioning to music is like way easier for him or for them, because they already have those eyes on them, you know? Like they already have that audience ready to accept the content. We live in a weird time to where like all we do is ingest digital content. Like everything, we're in the internet age. 20-30 years ago we were still in the video age, you know, like fucking MTV and shit like that. And now, like you guys were saying earlier, everything's like fucking accessible at the touch of your fingers. Like everyone has fucking supercomputers in their pockets now, and like it's so much easier to get your voice heard because of how easy it is to put something on the internet.
Do you think it's way easier if everybody's doing it now?
No, it's way harder now, I think.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's harder because like
It's
everybody
because
from
the market is just
shittiest-
saturated. Yeah.
yeah, from the shittiest to the great, and to find that it's way harder, I think.
Yeah. Like 20 years ago, Like you would have to catch a no-name person or artist or band playing live, right? Because the internet wasn't as big as it is now. Like fucking look at Justin Bieber, dude. This dude was fucking 13 years old, and somebody saw that he was super talented because he posted videos on YouTube of him playing drums or singing, playing guitar. And I mean, they used that shit. They fucking made him a superstar.
Yeah, but music sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just because it sucks to you and me. I mean,
No, yeah, yeah. No, what I'm saying, like, no, yeah, I get it. I understand the whole people making money like that, like him. But like really, his music is gonna stand time?
oh no, 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 no. Will he be considered the Michael Jackson of our era? Never.
Yeah, exactly. Like as much as I don't like Britney Spears or shit like that, but I know she never made anything. But
No, yeah, they don't even write their own music.
yeah,
But I
I
mean,
think that's what happens with these influencers or whatever they are making this music. I think none of their music is ever gonna, that I seen is
no,
gonna.
it won't hold the test of time. It just holds time now. You know?
I think that we're kind of being a little. Not that I disagree. Like, yes, a lot of the shit has changed, but
No,
I
yeah,
think that we try to hold a candle to or compare them with the big ones, right? So we have talked about Pantera, Metallica, Iron Maiden, like so many times here before, and yes, they're not gonna go ahead and be as big as those, but they're definitely gonna be bigger than like anything that we have pulled up in your mom. For
Oh yeah, for sure.
example,
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
because we're saying that, oh well, there's a lot of competition, yes, but then there's also competition that shoots itself in the foot. We're talking about almost every single album that we listen to in your music of the month has shows us that would I
It's
rather listen to Corpse than everybody from your mom. That's what we kind of need to start comparing them to. Yes, they're big right now, and probably some of the bands that we listened to at that point were probably big at that time.
yeah,
Like
but they're
I,
only
I,
big because a million people. He had
yeah. To
5 million people
the
listening
argument is
to
like they already have the millions of people there,
yeah.
so they're only big because they already had the following. Like
now,
they didn't have to grind to get a fan base. They had a
and
fan
now
base.
I would agree with you, except for that the guy for the video that we're talking about, he actually brought up very good arguments. Some arguments, like for example, Paris Hilton, Kim Kardashian, they tried it, and you can even say that Kim and Paris were way fucking bigger than Corpse and anybody else. And look at where they're at right
No,
now.
but
They
yeah,
went
but
back to makeup.
yeah, but I think the we didn't give them a chance because how they became
Yeah,
famous.
yeah. I mean, I wish I could get
Like,
famous for fucking sucking dick.
yeah, well, that's how they became famous. So if they would have become musicians, no one cares
Yo,
about music.
people
They
only
just,
listen to their music because of who they were,
yeah.
not who they're gonna be. You know?
Okay, can we use examples of people then that were big because something that had to do with an artistic side? Let's go ahead and use Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow has a really great voice. She tried a country album, wasn't that successful, and she wasn't the one sucking dick. She actually has
No, but
a
yet
pretty
her,
decent
No,
career,
she's
right?
just too
yeah,
busy
but
selling candles that smell like her pussy.
yeah, well, no. Also, I think her fan base don't listen to country.
Yeah, yeah. That's another thing. Like, okay, with that in mind, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is probably the biggest actor of all
Mm,
time. I would say almost.
uh, he's pretty big, yeah.
He
From
has a
all
band that
ages,
sucks
yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
He's in a band with Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper's fucking rock and roll royalty. And like no one listens to Hollywood Vampires or whatever the fuck their name is.
But
So
it goes back to some of the points that he said. You still have to make good music,
yeah,
and
but
I know good music's always going to be subjective because obviously you like the way the guy says we're not the audience that these people are intended
yeah,
for.
exactly, exactly.
Is it a lot easier? I have to disagree to some extent also with some of the stuff. It's like, yes, back in the day, the formula was make a band, play shitty music, eventually get good,
Yeah,
and then play a show, right? Which is, I know, what was his name? David, a book is written about that, right? You have to play shitty music before you eventually get to the good stuff. But You're talking about people that were discovering or creating everything that as it was going along, right? Perfect example that we used earlier. There is so much information out there. We're not just talking about things that you can read. We're talking about music theory, chords, everything else out there. People
Yeah.
can just go ahead and go online, watch a YouTube video, and give you that hill country generic ass brand or taste of music. So yes, it's there was this old formula, but also the reason why record producers had to go to shows was because that was the only way for you to reach out to them.
Yeah, that's
Now they're coming to you with TikTok and all this other shit.
yeah,
So
that's the whole argument. Like it's so much easier now because it's so easy to put it out to the masses. All you got to do is put it online.
and have
Somebody's
some talent at least.
somebody's gonna find it. No, if you have
Yeah.
talent, that's a
Some
plus.
some talent
Yeah,
at least.
yeah.
Because
'Cause-
there's a lot of people that are fucking talented that have shit chances of getting signed. And that's just because they may not be the flashiest or they may not be the best looking.
But you still have to have some luck as well.
Yeah,
Perfect example.
luck is always going to be a big thing on it,
You said
especially
yourself,
now.
Corpse was in the online for what 5 years? You said obviously he wasn't doing music before.
Yeah, yeah.
But he got the break. He took advantage of it, and he's running with it now. Now, the other argument that they made was that you have to kind of stay relevant. I
You-
kind of agree with.
Yeah, you do.
I
That,
kind of. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I kind of agree with Papi that bands shouldn't have to do that. But I'm not saying post something every day. But I think example that they brought up was Avenged. Um, I think the one thing that I liked from Avenged was that they would take out a single every couple of months
Yeah, yeah.
just to be like, hey, don't forget about me. And I
Yeah,
think a
that-
lot of the old school bands don't do that anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. Again, another thing that's dying is the album. Albums are not
Yeah.
being made anymore. People are making singles now because that's how you stay relevant. Like
I'm not saying kill that anymore. Like for example, we're gonna use I can use Takashi, right? And I'm using a different brand. I'm not saying his music is something that I
oh
that I
no,
go for
dude,
completely.
his music. I hate to be that guy, but some of his music fucking slaps, dude.
He has good beats. But the
No,
thing that he does is he takes out an album, but he still takes out the singles in between.
yeah, yeah. So this is the new meta. Like a lot of people are doing it, and this is how people are getting successful on Spotify. You make an album's worth of music, and you put it out single by single by single by single, and then when all of the music is released, you put out the album as a complete album, and that's what a lot of people are doing now. Because one, you're still releasing all of that music together, but you're staying relevant by dropping like one track or two tracks a month. So like people will listen to your music a couple times and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, I already heard that song," and they'll kind of forget about it, right? But like another week or two come out and you put out another one, they're like, "Oh shit, he put another one out. Oh fuck, this one's better than the last one. Oh fuck." There are a lot of things in the music industry that should die, and like one is like record companies fucking steal your content essentially.
Yeah.
Like they fuck you. Like if you don't know what you're
think-
doing,
Yeah, like every major band, I think they have sue their own labels.
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit.
That's why a lot of people fucking fight with the label. Like Kanye's recently been doing this. Like he's been fighting his record label because he wants to own all of the masters, all of the originals, everything that he's done. Like they own it, or they partially own it, right? And that's how they fuck you because that's how you make money. And like like Paul McCartney, he owns a majority of Michael Jackson's
Yeah.
masters. So
Yeah.
he gets all the royalty money from that, even though he never fucking made that music. And that's
So
what's
then he-
crazy.
So then, if anything, they're actually getting screwed over by the old stuff. Then in that case, we need to change
Yeah,
everything that was old.
that's why like some things do need to change. But to me, like, okay, you had 5 million people like this song. Well, like you already had 5 million people like you. So like, what if they don't like your music so much as they like you? You know? To me, that's kind of like falsely earned. acclaim.
Yeah. The only reason you got those family listens is because they were following you
Yeah, it's
already.
because they were already following you. They were gonna listen anyway. Exactly. I mean, what the fuck do I know? I don't get paid to make music. I make music because I enjoy it, and some people kind of lose that.
But is this what it's all coming to now? Like influencers are gonna make the music now, and
Pretty
all
much,
the all the bands and whatnot are gonna just
just kind of fizzle out.
disappear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think so. As long as they can adapt. I mean,
yeah,
these old bands, because he brings up old bands that they need to stay relevant. They don't
Yeah.
anymore because they're already
they
successful.
already made their name.
Metallica sells out. Yeah, Metallica sells out concerts in minutes, and we're talking like fucking UK stadiums, right?
Yeah, fucking like
So
tens of
yeah,
thousands of people and that shit.
yeah, like real stadiums. So all that we need to do is we just need to get whatever garage band is coming out to actually start following the trends. Like, don't wait till you have a full 12 set list. Take out one list and still take out an album, because I'm gonna disagree with Desi. It's like you don't just take out singles and then slap them on an album after that. No, you still introduce more material when you actually have all this other stuff. For example, the album that Takashi took out didn't just have the singles. It still also had a lot more material than just that. So it's not like I'm gonna take out 12 singles in 12 months and then eventually release it as an album. No, I still need to
Well, no,
give them something.
my argument was like they make the album, but they release the tracks as
Mhm.
singles. So like it's
Like,
a complete work, but
Mhm.
like for them to constantly be popping up in algorithms and like that's really all it is. Like
Mhm.
if you're
Yeah.
not constantly popping up in what's new and what's hot, you're gonna kind of fail. You're gonna fizzle out.
Plus, I think the other thing that rock has going against it is, and I think we had this conversation, is like the too many different genres, right? Recently we made a joke about the Monte
Style.
rock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's so many different genres, and the amount of work that it takes out that it requires to make a rock album versus, like Desi said it, right? Hey, I can make the beats in some free software and then just add myself to it,
Yeah, yeah.
versus let me go ahead and get a bass
Yeah,
line,
that's
get
the
the
thing. Yeah, like I gotta learn every
Yeah.
instrument and shit.
But what's gonna sound better? I think it's gonna be the band.
I mean,
Mm,
As in-
that's kind of debatable, but
I yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Like, now
no,
you're
yeah.
subjective, because we're never gonna be unbiased, because
yeah,
we like
we
probably
like
rock
True.
a lot
we
more.
like what we like. Yeah,
No, yeah. I understand you got your Madonnas, your Michael Jackson, and
Mhm.
The Weeknd, Britney Spears, or all these whatever new artists coming out. They're just one person. But I think I don't know. Like to me, seeing a band live instead of one person is always I don't know. Like
yeah,
you have this more connection to the whole band than
yeah.
just one person there on the stage.
There's like this weird like synergy, especially when you see a really good band that knows how to play the crowd. Like, not only do you have to make the music or the art or whatever, but you also have to be a showman, right? Like, you also have to present it in a way that captivates people. Like, yeah, dude, I've been to shows where people are just like, they're playing their fucking hits and whatever, and people are just like, yeah, that's cool or whatever, like, not even paying attention and shit. And, like, yeah, you could sell all the albums in the world, but, like, when you make that connection with the people, like, that's how you get fanatics, you know? That's like how you reach people essentially.
But I don't think that's exclusive to rock. Like, for
I
example,
think
you
it.
can
I
say
think
I'm
it
not saying
is though.
rock.
I think
Yeah,
it is
it's more
because
to rock,
I've been
but
to
I'm saying band period. Like,
I've been to EDM shows. I've been to hip hop shows, and like there's not the same energy. Like now people are starting to do that. Like they're trying to like bring more rock elements into their hip hop shows and shit, which is cool, right? Like they're doing mosh pits at fucking rap shows and stuff now. It's fucking stupid to me, but I mean, I'm not gonna stop people from doing what the fuck they want to do. Like mosh pits are fucking cool. It's a good way to release I don't even know. Like, what the fuck is the point of a mosh pit? Like, it's just like everybody's synchronized chaos. It's weird, but like it everyone kind of gets into like a hive mentality. Everyone's, at least for me in the metal community, like if somebody fell in the pit, they would immediately pick them up or save them or whatever the fuck. But I go to other shows and like somebody falls and they're kind of like just laughing at them or like looking at them and shit. So I mean, me personally, like I grew up in the metal scene. I was in a metal scene for a little while, so I'm a little biased on that. But like I've been to hip hop shows, I've been to fucking electronic shows, and like it's completely different.
And I think that's the thing about it, that we're never gonna be biased. But to say that we're the only ones that can actually have a meaningful experience, I think that's being a little. I don't even know what word to say on that case. Like we're being a little hypocritical, maybe to some extent. Like if you see,
Yeah, we could. I think we are, but I still say I don't know. A band live, I think I will always a good band live could always all prefer one person there just singing.
Yeah, yeah. To a
I,
backtracker or whatever.
Yeah, like and even though that one person has a band playing, but it's not the same because you don't know that band.
Yeah.
You just know that one person. Where you see a band performing, you're like, damn, like, I don't know. It's just a different connection you have with the band.
and again, not that I'm saying rap is any better, but like I mean, you see some of performances like Kendrick Lamar's, and where you have pretty much where he stops rapping and his whole crowd is rapping everything for him. Like
Yeah.
that is to say that we're the only ones that can produce that experience where we're gonna make that connection. I think it's being like we're just being ignorant at that point because again
No,
we're biased, but to some extent we
yeah,
have to take a step back, and again
no,
we're gonna use the great ones, we're not gonna use the chaffle
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
the
well, yeah. You use Kendrick, like that's kind of well.
yeah, that's a big name.
That's a huge name. Like he's considered one of the greatest rappers already, dude.
hmm
But no, like fucking. Okay, so the show that I went to, I saw Two Chains, I saw DMX, I saw this other fucking guy. I forget his name, but whatever. The main show was DMX and fucking Two Chains. Now I like Two Chains' music. His show was cool, right? Like had all these visuals and shit or whatever. But fucking DMX, dude. DMX is like the Iron Maiden of hip hop TV show, hip hop concerts. Dude, DMX is a crazy motherfucker, and on top of that, he has fucking awesome music. So, like, for me, it doesn't matter the genre, as long as they make people feel something at the show. Like, that's what it's about. Like,
Yeah,
you gotta connect with people. Any asshole can go on stage and sing karaoke, you know. But like when you pump up the crowd and there's only certain people that can do that. And like you said, like fucking Kendrick can do that. J. Cole is really good at that. Fucking Childish Gambino is really good at that. Tyler the
yeah.
Creator's amazing at it. But that's because they're showmen. Like they understand like you have to connect with people, man. And
yeah. Like one time I went to like one of those all day event concerts. Like, it's like the whole day. You know, they have a small stage and they have a big stage and whatnot. And I've heard of this band. You heard of Mindless Self Indulgence?
yeah, yeah.
But I heard of them. You know, they're different music.
Yeah,
Their
they're
music's
alright.
okay. They're alright. You
Yeah.
know, like not a big fan, but I don't mind their music. They're good. So they came out. They're like the third, fourth band in the small stage, and that's band you want to see live.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
live band
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
there's some bands that like yeah they're great on record, but you see them live and you're like holy fuck I get it.
yeah, and them live, holy shit! Like everybody there, like from the bass player, the singer knows how to work the crowd. Everybody, like, holy shit! Like people, I don't think a lot of them were fans there,
But
but
they
when
were
they were
fucking going.
playing, yeah, people were like just getting crowded, pushed in, like they wanted to see him because he was the way he was working the crowd. I was like, holy shit! This, yeah, I didn't know they were this good. Like shit.
Yeah, some people just got it. That's
Yeah.
and for me that's where I think like all these TikTokers and fucking uh I guess influencers, yeah, they can do it real good on video, but that's because their videos are edited like crazy. I don't think they can hold a show, you know? And I could be wrong. What the fuck do I know, right? I don't know everything.
I'm sure maybe some can, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Like,
But but again, it goes back into you expect them all to be at that top level. And you're gonna get those people that are gonna be studio bands. Like for me,
Yeah.
unfortunately, like Deftones, the one time that I saw them live, they were out of tune for me.
Oh,
what
fuck.
really?
We saw
Yeah,
Deftones, didn't we, puppy?
Yeah, we saw 'em.
Yeah, dude, they were
and
fucking on it, man.
again, this is the time that I saw it.
Yeah, that's another thing.
So that's another thing. Like, was it that they were having an off day? Was the mic person there being a piece of
Yeah,
shit?
that's one thing, dude. Okay, so like, for me, my jam is, I mean, like I like editing music, right? Sound, audio manipulation and shit, right? That's what gets my dick hard.
Ooh.
Mhm.
But fucking people don't give credit to the people that do in-house sound, man.
Mhm.
If you're good at what you do, you can make any shit band sound really good, just with how you make them sound. And a lot of the times, like little bars and shit, they don't have a professional doing that. They're like, oh, my primo's gonna come, my cousin. He knows how to work those things. Like,
Or the chango that runs the Casablanca Lake Room.
yeah, exactly. Like,
Chica.
sometimes if a really good band has really shitty live setup, it affects the show. And when they're playing live, they can tell, so they don't give out that energy.
I mean, I still enjoyed the show. Don't get me wrong; it was
Yeah,
still really good. But I could hear, and like at that point, I was still like in high school. I was fresh off of high school, fresh off of band, so you still kind of had that.
yeah,
You hear a tone that just
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
match.
You know what it's capable of, I guess.
Yeah, so then I was like, dude, like it sounds a little bit off.
It
Like
sounds
even if it's
shit.
by
Yeah,
half a tone off,
yeah, yeah.
but
Well, I mean
it's that.
that's
Uh,
also
yeah.
like the guitar techs and
Hmm.
I mean just another thing people don't take into consideration is like, dude, these people are living on a fucking bus or a van. All their equipment gets thrown around into a moving van. Shit
A
is
hard
never,
stop.
yeah, unless like they have a fucking legit team. Shit's never gonna be perfect 2 nights in a row, you know.
Now, the random thing, and I kind of was thinking about this, like as we were talking right now. Also, I think also the number of views that they get going back to the corpse thing. A lot of the stuff also has to do with the way we listen to music nowadays.
Yeah,
Because I think, like for example, if we go back to some of the big ones back in the day, like we counted albums that were being sold, but how many people actually counted the number of times that songs were being heard on the radio? Because in my opinion,
they did do that.
they did, they did do that back in the day too.
Hmm. Like the same
Now,
way they do it with TV. Like they have a
Yeah,
they
that's how
have
they got their number one.
yeah,
Who's number
that's how
one?
they get their numbers. They did
like
used to do that.
um, I think just a lot of these numbers seem a lot higher, but that's because you're mainstreaming a lot more of the content that's being listened to.
Yeah,
Versus kind of like, I mean, you bought an album, you no longer had to listen to the radio, you no longer had to go and request a song.
yeah,
Nowadays, one CD sales don't exist anymore, or are almost dead, almost.
yeah. Now
um
everything's downloads
and so everything is
or
downloads, everything is
streams.
number of streams.
Yeah,
So the way we listen to music also makes them sound a lot better, probably, because if we probably went back and actually got the number, Master of Puppets got listened to, one got listened to, Livewire got listened to. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna come close to the number of plays some YouTube artists got.
well, yeah, that's the thing, dude. It's on the internet. I don't know.
It's a weird topic, only because
But yeah, you
there's
got people like replaying the music, so their favorite band and artist could be at number one.
Yeah, that's a
you,
thing too.
Yeah, because I remember when Tool came out and their whole library came out on Spotify.
Mhm.
They were breaking records as a metal band or whatever, and I think they were gonna pass Taylor Swift, and the Swifties didn't like it, so they're all starting to get online and
Just loop the stream or whatever.
Yeah, just pump their numbers so
Yeah.
they if a tool wouldn't break it or something. I'm like, ah, la vera, calm the fuck down.
And
And
it's a lot easier for them because what their songs are a lot shorter.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, like another thing, the kind of the thing that fucks the number of streams and shit, or how you can tell they're legitimate listens, is like people use bots now to boost their numbers.
Shit, man.
Or I think there was a some controversy with Ariana Grande, like that she bought downloads or whatever she paid for streams or some shit just to get
Fuck.
just to get like a Billboard fucking top 10 or some bullshit. I don't remember exactly what the fuck it was, but yeah, like that's a thing too. Like record companies can just essentially buy downloads or whatever to inflate their numbers.
So that's how we're coming now to fuck. Damn, man.
Well,
We could. Anytime there's any kind of economics or you know how the system works,
Yeah,
you're
there's
gonna go ahead and exploit it.
yeah, there's a way to
Uh,
crash it always.
Going back to what event again, the only reason why I say events because I do actively listen to them and keep up with them. When they got nominated for the Grammys 2 years ago with their album, those are songs to the stage, they actually I think boycotted it, and they actually, and I'm pretty sure they were not the first one to bring this up, but they're the ones that I actually read, is that there's never a way that a 2 minute song is ever gonna outplay a 7 minute song. You know, like earlier I was listening to Tool, and I'm probably gonna butcher the name. Schism. How do you
Yeah,
say
that's
that one?
right. Yeah, that's
Schism,
right.
schism.
Chisholm. It's a 7 minute long song, man. Like in that time, you can listen to what was the stupid
You can
song
listen
that
to
was.
3 songs on the radio.
You can listen to 3 Taylor Swift songs, or
Yeah.
you can listen to. What stupid song was it that?
You haven't heard their new album. I think all of them are like 10 minutes long.
Oh, the fuck! You can listen to Takashi's Gooba 3 times and a half, which is 2 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yeah.
But you know why they say why now like all these new art, but most of these new artists have short songs, right? Because like someone came up with SoundCloud and whatnot where they allowed you this certain amount of minutes a month. Remember?
Yeah,
Tessie?
we started posting the podcast wherever we could because we just wanted to see what it sounded like, what it was like. So we tried posting on SoundCloud, but if you're posting on SoundCloud with the free account, you can only post an hour worth of content
Yeah,
per
a month
week.
or something, or a week or something like that.
Even with Podbean, like I believe we can only post 4 hours a month unless you upgrade.
Yeah, well, yeah,
But yeah, so they most of these artists were like, we're gonna make short ass songs so we could put as many songs they can
yeah.
within the week or month. So that's how is the reason why most of these artists have that short time song.
Well, that and again, it comes down to algorithm. Like people look at how long people stay like listening to songs, and I think the average like listen time is like, maybe 3 minutes, 2.5.
Damn, no one has time no
Yeah,
more.
no one has attention spans anymore, man.
Shit.
It's the internet,
Which is-
dude. You could just find something new, fucking right
Yeah.
away.
It's if you guys, it's all about instant gratification. If you guys ever
Yeah,
see have
exactly.
the time, like look at TED Talks, they're just hours long, which is actually like funny, right? To go against like you have hour-long episodes that tell you it's all about instant gratification and how people would skip over the whole seasons because they don't feel going week by week.
Yeah.
So they just binge it at the end of the season. But then you have to wait, what, 10 months?
Another
12 months?
another year. Yeah.
And you forget about it. Like, for example, I was watching The Walking Dead like a few days ago, but it's because I would hate waiting for a season that it became irrelevant to me. And and now that I can binge it, I'm like, why did I stop watching it? So I think even Mandalorian is going week by week or
Yeah,
almost
now-
like
n-
they
now-
release it
Yeah, it's
randomly.
Yeah, now they're doing the
because-
single.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, hey, we're gonna stay relevant every single week, and every single week they stay relevant because there was a new meme online or
Yeah.
something else, Baby Yoda or whatever his. Well, I'm not gonna spoil the new name that they finally gave him. But yeah,
Also, what's it? The Boys did the same thing.
Mhm.
The Boys. You ever seen The Boys? The
Yeah.
show?
Oh yeah, I love it,
I don't
dude. That's
know.
where Dean's coming out next.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
I was actually gonna say it earlier when Desi mentioned the beer, and I'm like, well, he's gonna be the next what's he called, Soldier Boy? I think that's his name. It's gonna be,
Oh.
He's gonna
and
be
I
Soldier
know,
Boy, really?
yeah, I think that's his,
You.
not that one. And then the other one's gonna be his brother's gonna be Texas, the new Texas Walk Ranger.
Oh, so Sam is the Walker one.
He's
I,
gonna
I
be
read,
Texas Ranger.
yeah,
Shut the
I,
fuck
I read
up.
No,
about that.
is he gonna be able to do the roundhouse kick the same, bro? That's all I know, man.
He's a tall, he's a tall motherfucker,
his
right?
pants are gonna be tighter and his boots are gonna be even taller.
Ooh.
They're gonna be
Puro,
knee-high boots.
Or maybe he'll be wearing DC Dukes. Oh,
dude, nomás pon unos Wranglers, vato. Es todo lo que, that's all we need.
Little cut-off booty shorts.
Ooh.
I'd watch it if that were to be true.
He's gonna get that backstage VIP pass.
Them assless chaps.
Fucking
I'll be.
this.
I want to be his horse. Oh.
Oh, he can ride me all day. But yeah, fucking music's
I guess I'm old. Yeah, I don't like the new way of things.
It's,
I understand it, but
Yeah, I understand it, but it's like shitty. I guess I don't know.
I mean, we kind of are enjoying the benefits of everything becoming easier. I mean,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
like
Yeah.
we're doing this podcast, right? Like I know I joked about it 2-3 years ago. Like everybody's got a podcast, but if this wasn't as accessible as it was back in the day, we wouldn't have that.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like that's how easy it is now. Like, any idiot can do it.
come on, let's start our own band, the Monte Band.
What is? Yeah, I know at the Monte. What is that guy's name? The guy that did Full
Monte
House,
style.
the main dad.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
I think he did a podcast where he even made fun of that. Like, yeah, I thought the horse's neighbor down the street has a podcast, so I thought I should jump in and also get one. And I was like, I think it was him. I'm not sure, but
Bob Saget. Yeah, well, fucking like I was saying earlier, like some people do podcasts for like 4 hours, dude.
Damn.
I like listen. Like one of the podcasts that I listen to is 4 hours long, but like I have to listen to it in pieces, dude. I can't listen to 4 fucking hours straight.
how long is
the whole day.
Rogan's?
Rogan usually goes for an hour, sometimes 2. He'll occasionally have maybe like a 3 or 4 hour episode, but like also like those, I gotta listen to those in pieces, man, because fuck, dude, 4 hours. I got shit to do, man.
No, you
Is
don't.
it weekly, daily, or what is it?
Weekly? I think. No, daily, no, or like bi-daily. Or something?
Rogan, I'm not sure. Pretty much whenever he fucking wants to now.
No, I'm talking about the 4 hour long one.
Oh, that one's weekly.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck, man? This guy
Yeah.
just wakes up,
There's
puts
people
on his
that
headset.
there's people that do fucking podcasts like every day. That's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, there's some. Which one do I like?
Oh, I understand 3 days out of the week, maybe.
No, the one that I listen to is what the fuck? He does one daily. It's Shapiro.
Oh, Ben Shapiro.
Yeah,
You listen to Ben Shapiro?
I used to. I haven't been able to, but
That's weird. I didn't expect you to be into the conservative motherfucker.
what what makes you think I'm a liberal?
Well, I mean, what leads me to believe that you're a Jew conservative?
No, whoa. No, you know what? Let's not go down this path.
Well, I mean,
No.
he is.
No. I'm not necessarily conservative. He's more of what they call libertarian. I think I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily agree with his point of views. I just like the way he presents some stuff.
Yeah,
I think
he's well spoken
his-
and he's very educated.
I think his formula is really good. Not necessarily the things that he says, but like the whole point, what I think, and then fact, and something to back it up.
Yeah.
So I used to like go back and just listen to see how he would argue. Plus the YouTube videos are pretty funny to watch.
Oh, he fucking murders people in debates.
Yeah, so I thought it was just funny to kind of have a way to have a conversation with someone.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny to see, and sometimes it's funny to actually see him, because some of the stuff he says is too out there, and I'm like, dude, like, calmala, like, back off.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, but I also listen to. I've seen Rogan's. I've seen quite a few other ones out there. Um, Comedies are pretty fun though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fucking. But yeah, like fucking, I couldn't fucking manage myself to do an hour a day every day. Fuck that, man.
Well, that's their job, most of them. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's like 4 hours of prep, and I'm pretty sure they have teams that.
yeah, that whole team behind them and whatnot. So
And I think like most of them end up like kind of like what they talk in the video. They end up getting together, like the influencers get together now in one house, and they all kind of piggyback off of each other's fame.
Yeah,
And these people kind of like, oh, we're gonna get together a bunch of people that have the same ideology, and we're gonna kind of piggyback off of each other.
yeah, yeah.
So you need to find someone that believes in rich and rare like you do.
I did. I found Poppy.
Those tongue sounds, puppy.
oh, you like that puppy?
I I look forward to like the Saturdays. I'm like, okay, what are we talking about today?
Dude, fucking last week we kind of wild out on that one.
On the cult?
On the cult one, yeah. Not even gonna lie, dude. I was feeling myself on that one.
Yeah, you were floating.
I was
Were you touching the water?
I was ascending to the next level.
How long was it? Because I saw it and I listened to it,
Like
but
an hour and a half.
I was having so much fun listening to it that I'm like,
Yeah,
like, this is awesome.
that's the thing. Like that's why I enjoy having people, because I did the show for 2 years almost by myself, and I kind of had a formula of doing things, but I would fucking beg anyone and everyone to fucking record with me, and nobody ever wanted to fucking record with me. Every now and then I would get a Carlton on, or occasionally a friend, but fucking yeah, for me it's easier like to riff off of somebody else, because like you can keep it going, you can gain momentum. Like I'm not a comedian. Like Bill Burr does a podcast by himself, and he's fucking hilarious because he's a comedian, right? I mean,
Of course, right? He's top dog.
yeah,
He's God mode all the time.
he knows his shit, right? Like he knows how to play his character, right? I don't have a character. I don't have that, right? So like, the way I would do it by myself is like how I would converse if somebody were there. You know. So
You know, the funny thing with Bill Burr is I don't even think that's a character. I just think that that's his bitter self, man.
I think at one point it was a character, but now it's just who he is.
Random thing, comedians. Did you see? And actually, I was gonna ask you this. Did you see what Dave Chappelle did?
What did he
The
do?
whole
The SNL?
the whole boycott me.
Oh, the Netflix?
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you saw this, Desi, but he pretty much put out like there was during a show that he did. So
He did
It-
SNL. The monologue.
oh yeah, the monologue. But not
Yeah.
only that, it tied into what we kind of were saying about how people are getting screwed over their royalties. So Chappelle brought it up on himself. It's like I'm not even getting paid by Netflix or anybody who owns the right to the Dave Chappelle show. Like he's not getting paid anything. He's not getting any money. And he kind of brought up the way that some of these companies treated him. He actually brought up HBO and how HBO told him when he pitched the show. He told him is that what do we need you for?
Yeah.
And instead of just giving him the straight yes or no answer, they took it a step further just to be assholes. And the show, he pretty much said like, I'm not asking you to boycott anybody else. I'm asking you to boycott me. So don't watch my show, the Dave Chappelle show. He actually told Netflix they took it down, just to kind of hook him up, help him out.
Yeah.
And the other,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I think they hook him up because also they have shows. He did stand up for them.
Yeah,
Like,
he's got a contract with them
yeah.
for I think like 5 or 6 stand-ups, and he's already done what, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
They're pretty good, by the way.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
even though they get like uh,
Oh, they
going
get
back to the
they
conservative versus liberal thing, they get the thumbs down by every
yeah
single
they get
liberal.
shit on in reviews.
But that's only the critics, because when it comes back to like consumer perspective, they get hundreds and nothing but thumbs up. So you can see like where the critics are one sided and where they're leaning towards, versus his stuff is like,
Yeah.
oh, where. So yeah.
You know, he hosted SNL. He only did the monologue in one skit, and that was it.
Really,
Yeah, he didn't do the whole show.
I used to like the SNL stuff. We used to have um as kind of like a way to kind of get people to relax. We used to have the Jeopardy ones, and we would show them to people once they got finally relaxed. We'd be like, dude, the Jeopardy ones are some of the best skits that they have.
Oh,
Yeah.
Trebek.
What was the other one? Ted Ferguson? No, Turd Ferguson. Some of those are fucking badass.
That's when SNL used to be good.
Yeah.
Dip, 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 dip.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break real quick. I gotta go to the restroom.
Ooh.
Ditto.
If I guess
I need
it'll
to go
get.
to the restroom with you.
It'll give us a quick refresher, and we'll be right back. Rich and Rick. And we're back. I guess in between the break, we started talking about a topic that essentially started this podcast. So let's go ahead and get into the segment. Play till we lose. So we were talking about how the PlayStation apparently is outperforming the Xbox in some instances, and Microsoft ain't having it. I don't know if you want to continue on that thought, Garbage.
I mean, I haven't been a Sony guy, a PlayStation kind of guy since PS2. But even I gotta admit that some of the exclusives that the PlayStation has is they're just better, straight up. I think Xbox had a great franchise and they dropped it. Like the Halo franchise could have, had you eating for 2 decades, but no, let's drop it and give it to a goddamn little chaffle company that cannot even go ahead and deliver on it. Like, no, dude, like, why Destiny, man? Halo should have been the name, or Gears of War should have been the name. What are they doing?
Yeah, for me, I've never played an Xbox ever.
Never?
Never ever.
Wow.
I get like what's cool about Halo or whatever, but I think, me personally, I think Gears looks fucking way better.
I think Gears was really great for a third-person shooter, right? So, like, I really liked it. The story was pretty good. You actually got invested in some of the characters. You felt for Marcus. You felt for, Don. Like, the fact that he had to kill his wife.
Yeah.
Pretty much shoot her. Like, all of that stuff was amazing. And obviously, you have the cross-platform games, so things kind of like, Call of Duty and whatnot. But, like, you had Halo, you had a franchise, and then after 2 games, take it back, man. Like, if it's not performing the same, like, Halo Reach was all right. Halo 4 was like, okay, not bad. Halo 5 was like, okay, like, dude, you're a couple of years behind. And then they're supposed to give us Halo sometime this year, and all of a sudden it got pushed back. Like, come on, bro. Like, do you even want to stay in the console wars? Like, at this point, even though I still have my Xbox, like, at least let me know that you guys have a future so that I can make sure that I either buy the Xbox Series X, I'm sorry, that tiny fridge, or do I buy the router? Like, let me know.
I just showed you that Sony's way better, man. Nah, look, I don't hate to be a fanboy. I prefer PlayStation, of course, but I played all the Xboxes from the first one to the 360 to the what's this one? S Series X
Yeah,
or
the S.
the S or
Whatever
whatever.
stupid name they
Fucking
came up
Oh
with.
no,
yeah, fucking Microsoft, fucking crazy shit they come up with. And Xbox is alright. Like I don't like their layout, their main screen layout
Hmm.
compared to the PlayStation.
yeah,
For me, it's
And
the remote, man.
yeah. I've
man,
held an Xbox controller and just
dude, I don't understand why does Xbox have batteries in the control, dude? Fucking just recharge itself to the fucking system like Sony does.
well, so that people can not bitch about the battery life.
Dude, the fact that okay, I'm maybe I'm a boomer in this sense. I still don't have a wireless remote. I still have a wired remote.
Well, I mean, if you
I'm
want,
sorry.
And you're younger than me.
Yeah,
it
yeah. That's the thing. That's the weird thing. I actually went to like Walmart, to like the local Wally World, and I bought the last wired remote, and I felt bad because the person that came after me was like, "Hey, do you have a wired remote?" No, they just bought the last one. I'm like, "Nope, I'm keeping this one. I don't give a
nah,
shit. I don't give a shit if you're a mom. You're getting it for your kid.
fuck you, kid.
Uh,
I would
you
take
get
it from the
wireless."
kid. It would have been the last one. I would have just robbed the kid. Fuck it. Take it and
Yeah,
run.
I would have showed it. I would have shoved it in his face. Oh,
Wow, no.
did what you wanted. You little baby want a controller.
No,
Fuck you, kid.
for some reason, like that was the only thing that I kind of liked. The remote was just a lot bigger, and it's a remote for man, not on this tiny little remote.
Oh,
Oh no, yeah, I'm calling
oh,
you two out. Bring it.
oh. So what? Fat crayons are for men too, or kids?
Fat crayons.
Horrible example. But okay, fine. I shot myself in the foot on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I picked up an Xbox controller and I was like, oh, this feels shitty. Like this, it like. Did you guys ever play the Dreamcast?
Yes.
It's
No.
essentially the same controller.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I think the Dreamcast literally was the beta for Xbox. Uh,
No, the Dreamcast was the beta for failure.
well, I mean,
Oh, it had internet, man. I think it was the first
yeah,
console with internet.
I think it was, I think it was the first console to ever have LAN capabilities.
Yeah, it was just ahead of its time.
Yeah. Well, that's why
You
I'm
cannot.
saying I think after after the Dreamcast came out, Microsoft purchased Sega or whatever, or they merged with them or some shit. They literally just took the Dreamcast and made it better. The controller literally is almost the exact same thing.
No, I think Sega failed on that one. That was their last the thing that kind of made them go bankrupt.
Their last
So his
hurrah.
Dreamcast
And
was just a dream.
yeah, it was the last dream, right? So that's fucked up, right? But uh,
Did you guys know anybody that had one?
I had it.
uh, I knew someone, and they had
I,
some badass games,
Yeah,
but
they
I,
did.
I had a few good games. I had Spyro. Shenmue was on it. I played the shit out of it.
Did you ever play
Uh,
Power Stone?
no, I played the
dude,
night once. The
Power
Power
night.
Stone
Power
was
Stone. Yeah,
legit.
Power
Man.
Stone was a motherfucker, dude. That game was awesome.
I think Power Stone was probably the best game in that console, man. The whole thing with transforming in the middle of battle, like that thing that guy that looked like a fucking Super Saiyan when he
Yeah,
transformed,
yeah.
dude. So that game was really good. It reminded me of a game for the PlayStation that was kind of like it got like it was again third person or overview. I'm not even sure what that is called. Where Cloud came out as a character, and it reminded me a lot of that. Obviously with better graphics, but um, dude, that game was awesome though.
Well, yeah. Fucking, I've been a PlayStation user since the first one, so I kind of can't really be unbiased about the Xbox.
I jumped from the PS2 to the Xbox 360 for one feature, only one feature, man, and it's so small, but it made the experience for me so much better. When you used to play the PS3 or the Xbox 360, PS3 wouldn't let you play your own music.
Yeah, yeah.
So because of that one feature, I jumped to the Xbox because I was trying to play what was it called, Paradise City, Burnout, and I could. Yeah, dude, that game is amazing. I don't care what
Yeah,
anybody
yeah,
says,
it's a good game. It's not bad.
but I couldn't play my music as I was trying to play the game, and I'm like, dude, what the hell is up with this? Like, I want to play some Pantera Metallica as I'm driving around the city, crashing into vehicles. I don't care, and I couldn't do that. And that one feature always got me to stick with the Xbox. And at that point, I think PS3 was. I think the PS3 was stronger than the Xbox, but because of that one feature, I was like, I don't care. Like, my music, my way. I wanted to
So
play.
you will put music in your Xbox then? You'll download it into your Xbox?
So there was two ways to do it with the Xbox. You could either upload the CD back when CDs were a thing,
Yeah.
or you could actually hook up your USB
Yeah.
device. So obviously, I would use like an iPod back then, and it would play my music from my iPod, which the PS wouldn't let you do unless it was a game that actually allowed you to play your own music. So it was very specific to the games.
Just because of that. Wow.
It's a whole different experience, man. It's kind of like if you're driving and you can, put your Bluetooth versus driving and only listening to the radio.
Yeah.
It's a whole different experience. It's a whole different road trip.
I guess. You know, in the first PS1, you could do that
Hmm.
on GTA.
Play your
I
own
mean,
music.
Yeah, you put a CD, like you start the game, whatever, and you open the thing, the PlayStation, and you take out the game and put the CD, and within the radio station, it's a track
Yeah.
of the CD you put in.
And that's awesome. But you see, it took what, 2 generations for that to happen?
No, that was on the PS1.
Really?
Yeah.
That I did not know, man. I thought because again on the so how did the PS1 do it, but not the PS3? That's fucked up.
The PS3 is kind of like its own freaking nature.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's the reason why when the PS4 came out, like there wasn't backwards compatibility because the PS3 essentially used like emulators to run its own game. I don't,
What the hell?
yeah, it's like a weird system. But
Well,
yeah,
I learned something new.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
go ahead.
yeah, but I think like nowadays, like almost every game is now cross-platform. That I don't think is it's just gonna be what more you're comfortable with. Like I'm more comfortable with the Xbox remote because so I play Apex, and actually my brother has a PS whatever. I went to go play it, and I felt weird with that remote, and I
Yeah,
had to come back and just continue playing with my Xbox.
They should just make Crash platform for everything.
yeah,
I say, fuck this. Fuck this whole choosing Xbox position. You know, you choose because you like it and that's it, and have all the games cross platform. If the company could do it, but
Yeah.
they can't. Well,
Let's go roll puro pinche Switch.
fuck the Switch.
Oh wow, you hate on the Switch? Why?
Why do they make small little cartridges? Really?
I
Why
don't
do they
know.
have to make everything so small? Just,
Do,
I mean, like,
do
you
you
don't have to
rather
make.
have 20 discs?
I go all digital, puppy. Oh.
Well, you can download everything.
Well, you can get the Switch Lite, Poppy.
But it doesn't it have little memory. The Switch
Yeah, but
doesn't have like
You can put a
you can
memory card in
download
it.
one game.
You
But
can get,
yeah,
a,
that's what I mean. Why is it have to buy more shit like that?
get a micro SD. Well, I mean, dude, the thing is that the price tag on that thing is like what 200 versus the Xbox is
Yeah,
like
it's way cheaper.
400. Like even if you get all that stuff, it's still cheaper than what an Xbox or PS4 was back in its time.
Yeah, but what do you play on that besides Link and Mario Brothers?
There's a lot of games. There's actually a lot of exclusives that come to the game. Like for example, with me, I have a game called Captain Tsubasa. It's a soccer game that we saw, a soccer anime that we saw. You know Super Campeones, right?
Fuck
no,
yes.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
They actually made it into a soccer game.
No way.
It's a soccer game, dude. I I hunted it down all over Laredo. I couldn't find a single copy. I gave in and I downloaded the digital version.
Fuck it.
Dude, that game is fucking hard, dude. I gave up. Like I'm like, fuck this. I'll come back to it like in 2 months when I have more patience. But they have a lot of old school or like obscure games to some extent. Like they have some of the anime games. I
Yeah.
know like I actually will give PS5 one thing. They have like the Saint Seiya games exclusive to the PS5, and I hate them for that because they have Caballeros del Zodiaco on the PS4 as a fighting game, and I'm like, dude, I fucking hate this. Like, I cannot play this on my Xbox, so I'll give you that much at least.
Yeah, well, fucking, I don't get the whole console wars shit. Like, what does it matter? Fucking, if they play the game, they play the game. Like, that's why I don't get, like, the whole PC Master Race. Like, yeah, but I mean, you gotta fucking constantly update all your drivers and some game.
How how, how regularly do you have to update your fucking shit or upgrade your shit for PC?
Every year, 2 years,
Every some
pretty
people.
much.
Go ahead.
Really?
What? But the thing is that you have new memory cards. Like for example, if you wanted to get Godfall, like one of the most hyped up games for Xbox and no for PlayStation, right? You have to have like a top of the line PC. Like I'm talking like maybe a 1 grand, 2 grand into your PC for the game to even run. But you could just buy a PS5 and run it. Um, so there are some games that will demand a top of the line PC. But about how long does it take for us to get a new console? 3 4 years,
5 years.
Five,
5 years.
6 years. Yeah.
So more or less about every 3 or 4 years, I want to say you want to have to upgrade your stuff. Unless you're Desi, then you have to upgrade like every decade.
Every 15 years.
Like there's no more tech support for your
No,
device anymore.
there's not. I have an update for the recording software that I have, and I can't download it anymore because it's only for the new operating system that I can't download because my shit's too old. I guess whatever. We're already at that hour and a half mark, so
Damn.
yeah, I think we should just go ahead and call it. Do you guys have any last words?
I got none.
Nah, man, just give a listen to our last episode and join our cult again. We're gonna have to keep on promoting that shit because we need followers. We need trustees. I'm sorry, trustees.
Well,
Trust.
trustees.
Oh, I came up with what trustee. So the first level is a truster, right? Like you're the recruit,
Mhm.
and the trustee is an embodiment expert. So
Okay, so what's the full definition again?
so a truster is fuck. Let me make sure. I think I have it written down. I have it written down. Hold on.
Bro, it
Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Dude, I swear to God, we're gonna get raided.
Hold on. Okay. So trust, the name of the cult, through repenting unleash self-totality. And the ER, so when you're brought in your first level, you're a truster. So through repenting unleash self-totality, embodiment recruit. So when you're a trustee, the next level, you're the one bringing in recruits. You're an embodiment expert. You're a trustee.
God dang, dude. So we have the
Yeah.
first 2 levels. How much is it gonna cost?
Your life savings.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, I want to go ahead and thank you guys for joining me. You don't have to, but I always appreciate it when you do. And yeah, I'm your boy Desecrator. Hopefully you guys are staying safe. Wear a mask. Wipe your butthole. And lick your fingers or something like that.
What the fuck?
As always, much love and rich and rare.